with our modern society these days, it is pretty common to see people fake being a victim of any kind of of hate or some they act like they are a target of like caused by people or like maybe it's one person or like maybe it's a small group of people or maybe it's a large crowd and this could like, literally be related to like basically just about any topic. So some people are like making fake accusations of a hate crime which now racially intended which we've seen a lot of that where like some people are faking being a victim of racism. I mean, we know like that Justice Smollett, like that case, yeah, where he lied about being a victim of a racist and a homophobic attack, and of course it's not. And while there's like other people who are like also victims of actual racial intent, then there's a whole bunch of different case, and yeah. And then also with some other stuff like of course Black Lives Matter stuff and people like who were like I mentioned previously like which some black people they name themselves as being attacked by white people and then when really they were just faking these stuff and then there's the actual black people who did get attacked by and well, some people lie about it. Yeah, it really does not look make it look like easier for some people because just about like any one or two people could ruin it for the rest. And also like yeah, it's, with as if this doesn't happen always happen. Yeah, like some white people like lying that they got attacked by people of other races, which we've, I mean, which is too common, too common. I mean, they'll blame it on the blacks, they'll blame it on the Latinos, they'll blame it on the Asians, and then while they're the actual, of course, white people who are actually being targeted by this, of course, and if the person, no, maybe they did like a lie, tried to like make these some people from different ethnic backgrounds to look bad, which they do this to try to like feel higher about themselves, that they are in more control. So And then there's that, and also when it comes to like gender, that kind of stuff, and not talking about LGBT just yet. So some people, of course, mainly towards a woman about this. 'Cause of course, the woman will lie about uh, some evil woman, actually, will lie that they are being assaulted or sexually assaulted or being harassed or groped by a male. Then, of course, with the double standard when that comes in, un- unfortunately, the males always lose most of the time, and because a woman could say, "Oh, he raped me. He sexually assaulted me. He touched me, or he groped me, or you know," and then, and of course, tell their like crowd that they were a victim of something, which unfortunately, with some people, it can really, well, some people rarely make it in the clear and get their life back. Some males are not so lucky. So, like for example, some young man in his 20s, he's in a relationship with some woman. Also around his age, she accused him for rape. He ended up 1 year in jail. He lost everything. Lost his friends, family, his opportunity to serve in the U.S. Army. And then the investigator looked closely and turned out the woman was lying. She only got served 31 days in jail. So, yeah, double standard. And then we also have liars like Amber Heard, who accused of Johnny Depp attacking her, although it actually it was self-defense. It was self-defense, of course. You have the right to defend yourself if someone that's attacking you, and she fake lies about all these hits and like bruises, which literally next day she goes on like a talk show and then she looks perfectly fine, and any normal woman who would end up like endure something like that would actually end up in the hospital or undergo therapy. And not just that, like some women will like literally try to like get as much money out of people like males, or like they will like literally try to overpower them, see that more higher higher power. So there. And of course, there's going to be the classic, well, woman line. Say, "Oh, who do you think? Who do they think they're going to believe?" And this is like not just yeah. Usually, white people say this. Usually, women say this. And also with the LGBTQ crowd, well, some people will, just be chill and just associate with people. They are like usually friend with. Of course, family members. I'm gay, I'm lesbian, I'm transgender, I'm bisexual, I am queer, and they're just, keep the same personality, interest in like maybe sports or like or whatever hobbies they like, But of course, there's also that fake victim thing. When and the thing is, no, no. I mean, someone would just like say some general statement regarding the LGBT crowd, and they don't mean any still intent. They could just say, I am not enough fan of this. I do not like how they are enforcing their beliefs on other people, and but I can be friends with them if they are like respect me and I respect them. That kind of how things are supposed to go. So if say someone is LGBT, but they're being respectful to you and they don't push their like ideals on you, and just treat you as their friend and like or someone or you're close with, and that's how it's supposed to go. So they do that. And then, well, some people will understand. Oh, yeah, I'm cool with that. Okay, so I may be maybe LGBT, but you're my friend, and I trust you. I love you as a friend. Cause I still rely on you for support, or say someone's having a bad day over something that happened to them, or like that. But there are like just some people who really take it too far, and they will like, and then of course there's like that the three-word or a two-word homophobic and transphobic excuse that which aren't even phobias, although not that they know what phobia actually means. It's like scared of something and not don't like or dislike something, which yeah, which some people from the LGBT community who still don't understand this should understand. Yes, a phobia is you are scared of something, like scared of spiders, snakes, or water, or fear of heights. And also with some stuff like I'm trying to like fascist groups. They will also try to act like victims themselves. Although when some people like, for example, there's been an Ottawa truck rally regarding because they don't want to get vaccinated, anti-vaccine, anti-government, anti-regulation. Those kind of people. They were like they they went against vaccines. They went against Trudeau being like Prime Minister of Canada, although we're technically really a different guy. And then the anti-government, although that would technically end up resulting in communism, which like is a bad move. Basically anyone who says I do not support this kind of movement, they will of course act like themselves as a victim, and when they are inflicting negative behavior on them. So on the people who don't support this, then they go against it. They are countering these people who are trying to inflict negative damage, and anti-vaxxers. That's not the first time we've seen that kind of stuff. And this is not just coronavirus related, but they also like flu shots or some other stuff. And I mean, sure, my body, my choice. When it's like, I mean, if you don't want to get vaccinated, sure, but don't push it on other people. No. So, if someone wants to get vaccinated for maybe the influenza or coronavirus or some other infection out there, yeah, let them. So basically, anyone, whether and also religious, religion. Also, some people, yeah, with some religion groups, they really, though some are like, well, Catholic and that's like the most common like religion out there, like Jesus. There are like other religions out there where some religious groups will really push their beliefs on people, and or some people who like maybe are atheists and they don't really believe in religion, or maybe they are part of a different religious group. So of course there will also those people will act like they are the victim, and when they are exerting negative energy on people just because they think differently or they believe in something differently. So basically what we learned overall, whether there's like racially motivated, some people will act like when they actually are like exerting negative behavior towards other people, and yet they act like a victim when the person, like the person or a group or like a community, they counter back, trying to prove like the wrongdoings of these people. And just about this can also apply to just about anybody, also including workplace harassment. In which some customer or like or maybe a worker, or maybe a mix of either worker, customer worker, or worker customer. So some person could exert negative energy on somebody, and then when they counter back, and then they act like a victim, of course. So basically, racially, sexually, gender, LGBT, some extremist movement, religion, and also even like in the workplaces. And by the way, workplace harassment has been increasing because of coronavirus, and it is bringing the bad side out of people. And please, if you are like a person who goes to like customer who goes to a business, please show respect to the people who work at that business, because they are people too. They are like trying to make ends meet for they're like their housing, afford food, and also and of course just sustain their lives. And then since with the coronavirus and rising prices, yeah, people are getting cranky, and they're taking their negative energy out on these people. And then while the customer act like they are the victim when they're, although when it's actually the workers who are the victims when negative when things get physical, which is things that get really worse about this. So please show respect to the workplace workers in a workplace or maybe a restaurant or just about retail or just about any business. And if you keep like claiming you're a victim, but if you are like you are the one exerting negative energy on people, whether it's mix of physical, verbal, or cyber, which a lot of people are like using a cyber right now. Of course, we have social media, which the originally intent was to make things easier for us to connect with people around us. We didn't have to go so far to try to interact with people, which back when we only had cell phones, when we could only call people, or we just showed up to people's houses and interacted with them, or yeah. And then now we have cell phones, and now you can just text people or like video chat with people like via Skype or face chat or Messenger or the Instagram or but it just turned to like the center for people to be very for cyberbullying, which so you could literally attack anybody with a negative message or post. And some people actually get away with this, but this is also like another reason why some people commit suicide. And at least one of the social media apps, Sarara, was actually become very unpopular, and it's really rare for you to find it on the Google Play or the Apple Store. Because yeah, that so you could literally send an anonymous message to someone, and yeah, that social media app really caused some people to commit suicide. Although people are really doing that on Facebook and Twitter a lot, mainly Twitter. And of course, some people are doing that on Instagram. And dude, and all due in respect, please do not act like victim if you have or if you have like in like negative energy on someone, physical, verbal, cyber. And it is not positive to make an excuse that you have like some problems. That it is not positive for you to exert negative energy like that. So, in all due respect, please do not. And then for the real people out there who haven't actually are victims of any hate, whether it's racial, sexual, or of course, religious or gender thing. Whether you're like a person in the workplace or some other main reasons out there. So please, don't act like a victim if you aren't one. And if you're having problems, seek help. And maybe be considerate of what you are saying, because